Welcome to English Story Cafe. This is not just a motivational video. This is a mirror, a reset, a turning point in your life. You did not click this video by accident. You clicked because some part of you is tired. Tired of wasting time. Tired of being stuck in the same place. Tired of watching your life pass by while everyone else seems to move forward. Maybe you have lost yourself. Maybe you have failed so many times you do not even recognize the person in the mirror anymore. Maybe you smile in front of people, but deep down, you are screaming inside, saying, "This cannot be my life." Let me tell you something, and I want you to let it sink in. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You just need a restart, a reset, a second chance. And that is exactly what this video is. This is not for people who want quick hacks or shallow advice. This is for people who want to rebuild themselves from the inside out, who want to become someone the old version of them would be proud of, who want peace, discipline, energy, meaning, direction, and a reason to wake up again. Over the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through 9 powerful rules that will help you restart your life completely. Not someday, but starting today. Every rule is based on reality. Not fake stories, not imagination, but real thoughts, real psychology, real change. And if English is not your first language, this video is also made for you. Every sentence is clear. Every word is spoken slowly, meaningfully, emotionally. So you can practice your English, improve your listening, and become a better version of yourself inside and out. So take a deep breath. Forget the world for a while. This moment is yours because after this video, you will not be the same person anymore. You will be stronger, quieter, wiser, and finally in control. Rule 1 is wake up early before the world controls your day. There is a reason this is rule number 1. Because how you start your day decides everything. And for most people, the day does not start. It attacks them. You wake up late, grab your phone, scroll for 40 minutes, rush through your morning. Feel guilty, feel tired, feel behind, and suddenly the day owns you. Not the other way around. But imagine this instead. You wake up early before the noise, before the pressure, before anyone needs you. And for 1 sacred hour, you are free. You sit with yourself. You stretch. You write. You plan. You reflect. You breathe. In that 1 hour, your mind clears. Your heart calms down. You remember who you are. You take control. It does not matter if you wake up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, or 6 in the morning. What matters is that you own the first hour of your life. Because that 1 hour in silence, that is where new ideas are born. That is where broken people begin to heal. That is where tired souls remember their strength. And no, it will not be easy at first. Your body will fight it. Your habits will try to pull you back into comfort. But do not listen. Because every early morning you show up, even when it is hard, you are sending a message to your brain. I am no longer living on autopilot. I am in charge now. And do you know what happens when you wake up early for 30 days? Your confidence returns. Your discipline increases. Your energy rises. Your entire life shifts quietly but powerfully. Not because of the hour itself, but because of the message you send to yourself every morning. I respect my time. I respect my future. And I am not waiting for motivation. I am creating it. So rule 1 is simple, but it will change everything. Wake up early. Claim the hour. Own your life. Rule 2 is go silent, disappear, and rebuild in peace. There is a phase of healing, rebuilding, and transformation that must happen in silence. Not because you are hiding, but because real growth is loud on the inside and completely quiet on the outside. You want to restart your life? Then first, you need to disappear for a while. No, not from your responsibilities, not from the world, but from the noise, from the opinions, from the chaos, from the pressure to prove anything to anyone. Because here's the truth no one tells you. The moment you decide to change, the world tries to interrupt you. Suddenly, everyone wants your attention. You open social media and compare your broken moment to someone else's highlight reel. You talk to friends who do not understand your silence and say you have changed. You listen to music, distractions, advice, and forget the sound of your own voice. So what do most people do? They start a transformation while still living in the same noisy world that broke them. And then they wonder why nothing changes. But not you. Not this time. This time, you disappear. You stop explaining yourself. You stop posting everything. You stop talking about your goals. You stop seeking validation from people who have no idea what you are going through. You start keeping your energy sacred. You start saying less. You start observing more. You start cutting out every person, app, and habit that kills your inner peace. And it will not be easy. Silence is uncomfortable at first, because when you remove the noise, you are left alone with your own thoughts. The guilt, the pain, the truth you have been avoiding, the dreams you buried, the real questions you have been too busy to ask. But that is where the real transformation begins, in the silence. Not when you are clapping back. Not when you are explaining yourself. Not when you are proving people wrong. But when you are sitting alone and building something the world cannot see yet, because here is what silence gives you. Clarity, you. Start to hear your own intuition again. Power, you stop reacting to everything and start responding with purpose. Control, you. Realize how many things do not deserve your time, your words, or your energy, and you begin to feel something rare in this world. Peace. Let me give you a real example. Not a story, a reality. There are people who disappear from the world for 6 months. No updates, no replies, no noise. And when they return, they have lost 20 pounds, launched a business, learned a new language, fixed their mind, healed their heart, and become someone unrecognizable. Not because they were lucky, but because they were silent. They let the world sleep on them. They let people gossip. They let their name fade because they knew I do not need to be seen right now. I need to rebuild, so listen to me carefully. If you are serious about restarting your life, you must enter your quiet era. Start going for silent walks. Stop responding to people who do not add value. Spend 1 weekend a month completely offline. Eat meals without your phone. Read instead of scroll. Think instead of talk. Let your growth be your reply. Let your silence be your training ground. Let your new chapter be written in peace, not noise, because your comeback does not need an announcement. It just needs silence, focus, and time. And one day you will walk into a room and people will not recognize you anymore. They will say, "Where have you been?" And all you will say is, "I have been rebuilding." That is rule 2. Go silent. Protect your energy. Rebuild in peace. And let your return speak louder than your noise ever could. Rule 3 is keep your circle small. Peace over popularity. One of the most powerful decisions you will ever make is this: who gets to be close to me? Because the truth is, your environment builds you or breaks you. And that includes the people sitting at your table. When you are trying to restart your life, you cannot bring everyone with you. You cannot explain your growth to people who only understand your weakness. You cannot build a new mindset in a crowd that still celebrates your old habits. Let's be real. Some people are only comfortable when you are average, when you are lazy, when you are available 24/7 for their drama, when you are lost, just like them. But the moment you start improving, they feel threatened. They joke about your progress. They gossip about your silence. They start saying you have changed. And you have, because you are not trying to be the popular one anymore. You are trying to be the peaceful one. Here is what you need to understand. Not everyone is meant to come with you into your next chapter. Some people were only characters in your lost phase, not your comeback phase, not your glow-up, not your healing. The more you hang on to people who drain you, the slower you rise. And sometimes it is not about removing enemies. It is about removing people who smile around you, but secretly celebrate when you fail. Yes, it will hurt. It hurts to outgrow people you once laughed with, cried with, shared dreams with, but growth demands it. Peace demands it. And I am not saying cut everyone off, but test them. Test their energy. Watch how they react when you talk about goals. Watch how they respond when you set boundaries. Pay attention when you say, "I need time for myself," and see who respects it and who takes it personally. Because anyone who gets angry at your healing was never really on your side. Here is the truth. Your life is not a group project. You do not owe anyone an explanation for evolving. And you do not need a crowd to walk into your purpose. You just need a few real people, or even just yourself. So clean your circle. Reduce the noise. Protect your space like it is your home. Because it is. Because when your circle is small, your focus gets stronger, your peace becomes louder, and your life starts moving in ways you never imagined. Rule 4 is talk less, work more. You do not need to post every move. You do not need to explain your silence. You do not need to update people on your every decision. What you need is to do the work in silence, in private, without applause, without permission, without validation. Because too many people waste years talking about change, but never actually changing. They create vision boards, but never take the first step. They write long captions, but live the same day over and over. Why? Because talking is comfortable. It gives you the illusion of progress without actually earning it. But working, that is where pain lives, discipline lives, real transformation lives. Let me tell you the truth. When you start building in silence, the world starts listening louder. When you stop announcing your goals, You create mystery. You build power. People go from "he talks too much" to "wait, what happened to him" to "wow, he is really doing it." That shift does not happen when you speak. It happens when you vanish and come back unrecognizable. And the best part? You do not need anyone to believe in your dream. You do not even need support. You just need momentum. Start small. Focus on the work. Track your hours, not your likes. Celebrate effort, not attention. Because the real ones, they do not brag. They build. Here is what working more and talking less gives you. Focus. No distractions from explaining yourself to the wrong people. Energy. Less spent on defending your goals. More spent on achieving them. Power. You stop living for reaction and start living for results. And one day you will walk into a room and someone will ask, "How did you do it?" And you will smile. Not because you want to brag, but because you did the work that no one saw. You suffered in silence. You built when no one clapped. You rose without shouting. That is Rule 4. Talk less, work more, because in the end, your results will be the loudest voice in the room. Rule 5 is move your body, because stagnant energy equals a stagnant life. Let's be brutally honest. Most people do not feel stuck because of a lack of talent, intelligence, or opportunity. They feel stuck because they have stopped moving. Their body stays in bed. Their mind stays in fear. Their energy stays trapped. Their goals stay paused, and slowly their life becomes a cycle of overthinking, overeating, overscrolling, and underliving. And you know what happens when the body stops moving? So does everything else. Your motivation drops. Your confidence dies. Your clarity vanishes. Your dreams rot quietly in the corner of your mind. Because motion creates emotion. And when your body stays still, your life does too. You do not need to become a gym influencer. You do not need to run marathons. You just need to wake your body up every single day and remind yourself, I am still here. I am still alive, and I am still in control. When you sweat, you release pain. When you stretch, you unlock strength. When you move, even for 15 minutes, you tell your brain, we are not giving up today. We are showing up. Let me give you a real-world moment you have probably lived. You are feeling anxious. Maybe you have had a long week. Your mind is cluttered. You are mentally exhausted. You do not know what to do next. And then suddenly you go for a long walk. You do not even think. You just move. No music, no phone, just footsteps. And something shifts. Your breathing slows down. Your shoulders drop. Your thoughts stop attacking you. And in that one walk, you realize something? Your problem was not your mind. It was your lack of movement. This is your time. This is your life. This is your rebirth. And it starts now. Thank you for watching English Story Cafe. If this video moved you, share it, save it, and start living it. And if you want more life-changing videos like this, subscribe not just to this channel, but to your own greatness. Because your next 6 months can be the most powerful of your entire life if you let them. We will rise together. Your comeback starts here, and I will be with you every step of the way.